Okay, hello everybody. You're all dead now. Yes, we're talking about a movie about a device that kills people. Again. We've already covered movies like AMI and Countdown, but now we're talking about Polaroid. Yeah, it's about a Polaroid camera that kills people if you take a picture of them with it. Before we get too far into the review, here's a word from today's sponsor. Are you like me and you love coffee so much that you wish it would just arrive at your door? Well, thank God for Trade, because they make that possible. Trade makes it easy to find new coffees you'll love without having to be a coffee expert. The coffee selection at the grocery store is very limited. Trade connects you with the best coffee from the nation's top roasters that you can't find in the store. Step 1, you take the quiz. You answer questions about how you like your coffee, and Trade will curate matches just for you. Step 2, choose your delivery frequency, and amazing coffee will appear right at your doorstep, delivered at peak freshness so you never run out again. Step 3, rate the coffee that Trade matched you with so they can continue to delight you with coffees you'll love. The coffee they send you is roasted and shipped within 24 hours of ordering. Trade guarantees you'll love your first coffee, but if you don't, they'll ship you out a different bag for free. My viewers will get their first bag free when they sign up. Just take the quiz by clicking my link in the description box. Free shipping is also included. No. Okay, we're gonna be trying the Panther Coffee East Coast Espresso. They also send you these little descriptors on a piece of paper. Coffee ASMR. Smack it harder. Panther Coffee East Coast Espresso. Going in. Going in. I love it. Citrusy undertones, yum. Thank you so much to Trade for sponsoring this video. Now back to the review. Sporting a very impressive 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm sure we're in for a treat with this one. It was meant to come out in 2017, but it ended up coming out in 2019. It suffered numerous production problems and was even shelved for 2 years. In my opinion, it should have stayed on the shelf. The plot is weak and predictable. It's also derivative. It's been done before in Goosebumps. This movie also suffers from a lack of light. So it's kind of annoying when you're trying to watch a movie like this on a television screen, because TV screens can't process dark colors very well. So they just end up looking like big blotches. Tom Scott, another YouTuber, describes this a lot better than I can. So yeah, you can definitely see why horror movies suffer from this problem, and it makes them kind of annoying to watch. I assume they were considering the demon when they planned to make the scene so dark. They certainly didn't consider the audience.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
Polaroid is advertised as a horror, but I think it should be a comedy. Oh, sorry, I just got a text. Just kidding. I just wanted to play that very annoying sound bit for you. That extremely obnoxious sound is the same sound that the girl uses in the very beginning of this movie when she gets a text from her friend. It's so annoying. Why would you ever choose that text tone? The film starts when Sarah and her friends sort through a box belonging to Sarah's deceased mother. To shed some light on the movie, Sarah stumbles across a 1970s Polaroid. Hardly the kind of treasure you'd expect to find. So they take a picture of this girl in lingerie.
I'm Chris Hansen. No, you're not.
Then Linda leaves the house, and Sarah's home alone. And the lights are all turned off in the house, because the demon has the ability to turn the lights off. They always do, don't they? The demons in these movies, they can always turn the lights off. Sarah heads downstairs after hearing some strange noises and finds that Linda left the door open. Either that or the demon opened the door because he wanted to make it chilly in the house. You'll find out later in the movie he doesn't like heat, so he wants to let the air in. Some creepy music plays as Sarah makes her way upstairs. Sarah takes a peek at her photo once more and notices that there's a strange figure standing behind her in the photo.
Oh, Lord.
Sarah, seeing this, obviously thinks there's somebody in the house. So she starts walking around and she's like, hey, is anybody there? Hello?
Is anybody there?
The ghost wants to play ball with her, so it sends the bouncy ball she originally threw at the start of the movie down from the attic. She picks up the ball and she's like, wow, that's weird. Personally, if this were me, I don't think I would go up to the attic. But she goes up there and she's like, hello, I'm here. Why isn't she trying to turn the lights on? What is she doing? As soon as she gets up there, the stairs that lead up to the attic just kind of like fall off, because the ghost wants her to stay up there with him. This girl gets spooked by the ghost and she falls out of the attic. Oh, never mind. The ghost pulls her back up, only to drop her again. Uno reverse card, never mind. So then we're introduced to the protagonist of the movie Bird. Someone off screen yells at her, hey, Scarf Girl.
Look, it's Scarf Girl.
Yeah, they're making fun of her for wearing a scarf.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings?
I mean, it's winter. Shouldn't you be wearing a scarf too? It's cold. Turns out Bird has a scar on her neck, but it doesn't really lead to anything in regards to the plot. It's just like, yeah, she's self-conscious of this mark on her neck. Oh no. She's also kind of weird. She goes around taking photos of people without asking their permission.
Either you get that camera out of my face or I'm gonna smash it.
Then later on in the movie, we see her taking a photo of a father and a child. But then someone tries to take her photo later on in the movie and she doesn't like it. Kind of hypocritical. The commentary boys on YouTube are gonna throw down the hammer on you. So Bird works at this antique shop and it's oddly misty and dark in there. There's like one light, but it's not doing anything. Who the hell would want to shop in this place? You can't see anything. Why does she want to work in this dungeon?
So this is my life. At least I've done better than Dad.
When Tyler flashes a piece of red cloth at Bird, he tells her he got her something from the yard sale, but then he reveals he got her a camera. Yes, the very same camera, the evil Polaroid that kills people. Oh no. Bird can't wait to try her new camera, and quickly takes a snap of Tyler before he tries to kiss her. Cock efficiently blocked. But she's having none of it, and walks out of the shop.
I'll see you later.
Look, Bird. See you, chump. What the hell?
The camera then pans to the Polaroid box, and we can see the photo of Sarah. So did Tyler think this random picture of a girl was totally normal? Did he not look at anything in this package before giving it to Bird? Why would he bring this random photo of a girl with him? What? Strangely enough, it seems people don't lock their bicycles up in this town, as Bird just jumps on her bike and rides away. Then when she gets home, she just props her bike up against her house. For some weird reason, nobody in this movie likes to turn the lights on. She gets home and it's like completely dark. I guess that was the only way that they could think of giving this movie like this moody, like eerie atmosphere. Just don't have any lights on. So Bird almost takes a picture of her dog, but he whines like he knows there's an evil force in the camera. Either that or the dog has scopophobia. Why is it that the dogs always know that there's something evil out there? There are countless movies when someone's about to do something, and then the dog's like, no, because the dog knows. The dogs always know. Bird's friend walks into her room without knocking, and Bird says, "Don't you ever knock?" Her friend replies, "But the front door was open." Like, what? What's the big deal?
Front door was open.
Why don't they lock the front door? Where do they live? Safetyville?
I don't get it.
Casey invites Bird to a party and hands her a Red Riding Hood costume that she just coincidentally had on her person. There's a scene where Tyler is looking through photos on his projector. He's alone in the antique shop when he sees that there's a man standing behind each photo. He picks up a hammer thinking that there's someone standing behind the screen. He then hears strange noises and a white sheet jumps forward and kills him.
Stop! I could have dropped my croissant!
There's a scene at a party where Bird takes a photograph of a bunch of her friends with the evil Polaroid camera, sentencing them to death. Bird starts looking up the photos she has recently taken and notices one of Avery with the strange-looking figure behind her. She almost calls Avery to warn her, but gets a phone call the next day to say that Avery was found dead.
Yo, you're never gonna believe this. Avery fell down her basement stairs. She's dead.
Okay.
When Casey calls Bird to tell her that Avery is dead, it's done in such a casual way that there's no way that you could take it seriously.
Phone call, Mr. Plankton.
Yo, you're never gonna believe this.
Bird is super angry, so she tries to destroy the camera by smashing it on the wall. But it doesn't break. It just sends this weird shockwave out, and it sends her flying to the ground. When Bird arrives at the school's cafeteria and tells her friends about the Polaroid, she's met with laughter, obviously. So one of the guys is like, "What's the big deal? Give me that photo." So he takes it and he starts to burn it. In the middle of the school? Why aren't the teachers or lunch ladies stopping this from happening? He could have easily just like ripped the photo. But you wanna know why he didn't rip the photo? The movie needed him to burn the photo because whatever happens to the person in the photo happens in real life. So when he burns the photo, it starts burning the girl's arm that's in the photo. So if he ripped it, he would have ended up like ripping her in half. I guess the movie didn't want to kill her yet, so instead they just made the guy really stupid. Also, this girl doesn't react immediately when her arm's on fire. She's kind of like sits there and then she's like, oh, that's bad. Wait, what's happening? Oh, that's very bad. Also, her reaction to burning randomly is not convincing at all.
What the?
Her cries sound like she just got dumped, not like her arm is literally burning off. Come on, dude.
This is fine.
So they drop Mina off at the hospital to get her burns treated. Bird and Connor go to pick up the Polaroid bag from the antique shop, which is where Bird faces a run-in with the demon. But she doesn't know why because she wasn't in any of the photos. Or was she? Oh no. Yeah, later it's revealed that she was in a reflection in the group photo. So that counts. The photo demon chases her and we learn that it doesn't like the light. Personally, I think it's funny that this photo demon doesn't like the light because ultimately that's what makes photos possible. Light coming into the camera. This demon isn't really the camera itself. It's more like a photograph that hasn't been developed yet, and it's very sensitive to the things that could damage an undeveloped photograph. But then there's a scene where the lights keep flickering, and the demon is right there, but it doesn't seem to care. Also, the sheriff tries to shoot the demon, and the flash of the gun doesn't do anything. And look at all these sparks and shit. Why isn't the demon being affected at all in this scene?
Shoot him!
When they return to the hospital, they discover that Mina is dead and supposedly hung herself.
She's dead because of you.
It's not her fault.
Isn't it?
This guy is named Devin, and he's an irrational asshole. He blames Bird for the deaths, even though she had no hand in them at all. He's just like, hey, you shouldn't have taken those pictures, because you clearly knew that they were going to kill people. What's wrong with you? Dumb bitch. Also, for some weird reason, everyone is mysteriously gone from the hospital, aside from one singular nurse, while this guy is snooping around. Whenever these kids go anywhere, it's always deserted and dark as fuck. Like when Devin gets locked up at the police station, there's nobody around again.
Ow!
The final twist of the film comes when Connor and Bird turn up at this old lady named Lena Sable's house and find out about her daughter, Rebecca, the girl who originally owned the Polaroid camera. Rebecca was supposedly bullied and traumatized by 4 children. Apparently, these kids were passing around nudies of this girl, and she was so ashamed that she took her own life. Then we're told that Rebecca's father turned into a killer when he lost his daughter and sought revenge on the people who had tormented her. There's a scene when a bunch of kids are talking in a cafe, and they're like, there's a reason why the demon isn't here right now, because he hates the light. Even though this place is so dimly lit, and this is even funnier, the demon has the power to turn the lights off, so it doesn't even matter where they are. The demon was just kind of like chilling, it didn't want to kill them. And then these 2 guys are arguing, and they struggle over the camera, and accidentally take a photo.
Let go!
Fucking idiots.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
So then one of the girls pokes a hole in the camera. So then the guy has a massive hole in the middle of his hand. These pictures are like little voodoo dolls. I mean, yeah, it's kind of inconvenient that this demon's trying to kill you, but I can think of many ways this camera would be very useful. Like, say they show a picture of a terrorist on the news. You could just take a photo of it with this Polaroid and then take a pencil and shove it directly through his face. No more terrorist. It's that simple. Do you know what the military would pay for this camera? When Devin's in the prison and he gets attacked by the demon, his expression and scream is so funny. Oh my God. He kind of just looks like this emoji. It's so dumb. Can you imagine being the director and working with this actor, and you have like 50 takes of this same scene, and he just keeps doing the same thing over and over? Please act a little bit more realistic, but he just keeps going. Also, I gotta say, the teacher serial killer in this movie has a chin that rivals the Crimson Chin. Look at this guy's chin. That is a mean-ass chin. You could stab and kill somebody with that chin. The film's plot bounces all over the place. They soon find out that the sheriff was the teenager who escaped the camera's wrath. But in a twist, it is discovered that it was Rebecca's father who put her through the torment and abuse, and that none of the kids had anything to do with it. In fact, they were trying to save Rebecca.
We tried to get her away from me.
We didn't take those photos of Rebecca. Her father did.
The old woman that they were talking to earlier was lying when she said that Rebecca was killed by the 4 teenagers because she was trying to cover up the abuse. Why would you ever think that? I mean, look at this old lady's expression. She looks so kind and friendly. Why would you ever think she's up to no good? Why? She looks so nice. However, the demon turns up and rips the photo of the sheriff in half, making him split down the middle and die. Oh my god, I can't believe they put this in the movie. The demon pops up, and he can easily kill them without touching the photographs, right? Like, it's a demon. But it decides to pick up the photograph that was taken of the sheriff, and he goes, rip. Because it's easier, you know. Don't want to exert too much energy. The kids are terrified of the demon, so they run and hide. Bird helps Mina escape as she is injured, and they just so happen to find a shower with a heat source that the demon won't go near. Finally, Bird grows a brain, and she's like, oh my god, what if we take a picture of the demon? And she also has a very hard time doing so. But when she finally does it, she takes the picture and she squishes it, which also squishes the demon. Why didn't she rip the picture into a million pieces? But instead, she just kind of like stops squishing the picture and it unravels and the demon's like, all right, I'm fine again. So it approaches her and she's like, oh shit, that didn't work. So she burns the picture. And it kills the demon. Casey, Connor, and Bird all survive the ordeal. The film ends with Bird throwing the camera into the sea. So yeah, guys, that's the movie Polaroid. Let me know what you thought of this amazing film in the comment section down below. Also, if you like what I'm wearing in this video, you can get them at alienclothing.com, my personal clothing brand. We have a bunch of stuff over there that we just released that I think you will love, including a limited edition Halloween sweater. Once they're sold out, you can never get them again. Thank you so much to all my patrons. You guys make videos like this possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.